Alright. Now see boys over here, I've drawn it for you. Okay. Now in case of interior location, the range of temperature is always high. Like in the first table that we did, highest temperature was 39.1 and the lowest was 12.7. Right. So variation is more. So that means this variation, if you see, look at this one, look at this highest and lowest, January, look at the temperature, look at this one again here. The variation is less. In this, the variation is more. So this is interior location, continental climate. This is coastal location, or that is experiencing oceanic or equable climate, right? Okay. Now here, in case of interior location, as I'm doing this for you, you may have your exercise copies, in your pair copies you can do, or in your rough copies, or even in your textbook. Please keep a note of it. Please draw it and you just write these. I'm sure it's visible for you all. Please write this down while I explain. Okay. In case of interior location, okay, the rainfall recorded is always during the summer season from the southwest monsoon winds, because as I told you, this is the only source of major part of the rainfall. Now don't get into the false notion that that there are no other sources. Of course, the northern India, some parts of it, like there are local winds affecting, some of the local winds bringing rainfall, like we know about the nor'westers or the Kalimpong. Alright. Apart from that, in western India during the winters, there's an inflow of cold wave that brings about a drop in the temperature, as well as it causes rainfall, which is from the western, which are known as the western disturbances or westerly depressions, right? But I'm talking about the major part of the rainfall that is felt during the summer and the winter from the onset of the southwest monsoon and the retreating interior location. Remember, suppose if you get the question and you know exactly that the range of temperature is more, you know that you have to write continental climate. In that case, even if you look at the table, you'll find that the maximum rainfall will always be concentrated in the month of, during the summer months, that is maximum June, July and August. Interior. Now we come to another important part over here, that is, in case of coastal location. How do you know coastal location? I've done already two for you, where the range of temperature is less. Summers and winters, the variation is very, very less. I told you about the graph. It would be almost same, almost. Okay. So, in case of coastal location, knowing the fact that it's a coastal location, how do you know whether it's along the west coast or east coast? In this particular case, to know the location, you have to look at the rainfall recorded, right? So rainfall, if it is more recorded in June to August, you know that it is the western coast. But in case of coastal location, if the rainfall is more in October and November, like we did for the third one, station C, alright, we'll come to that, is the retreating monsoon. Why? Because the rainfall is mostly concentrated in October and November. Now apart from that, I hope you've understood this, right? Western coast, why? Rainfall June, July, August. When it is maximum concentrated in June, July, August and variation is less, you know that it is along the station is located along the west coast, receiving from the southwest summer monsoon. But if it is a coastal location and the rainfall is mostly concentrated, June, July, August may be less, but October and November is maximum, then you know it is along the eastern coast, receiving from the retreating monsoon. Now apart from that, they may give you a question as to give a suitable name of a place. Remember this in geography. One is area, you have to remember, other one is state and one is city. So here they will not ask you area. Area you know that is west coast. Area you know the location that is east coast. But they might give a suitable name. So to be on the safer side, I always tell you, for west coast, you could give an example of simple Mumbai, the first place to receive. And in this case, you could give example Chennai. If they ask you for a city, name a suitable city or give a name of a city, a suitable city that experiences this kind of rainfall, you could give this. Or for west coast, you could give this. So please keep a note of this. It's very important for you to keep a note of this, and then when you do the calculations or when you do the climatic table, it will be easier for you if you have this with you in your copies.